Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody doing pretty good. Get y'all day started. Get preparations for today. So, coming up here with a daily shopping message. Okay. So let's see what's gonna happen. Hello, spirit guys. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm coming to you today as you can reveal to me the different types of chakra energy, at least one, no more than 3 for today. That you would like for me and everyone to know about how we share this information to help each other out around on this planet here. Alright? What is the daily chakra energy for today? Is this the only one for today? Is there any more for today? So, anybody who checked out the video yesterday, you would see that dreams did come up yesterday, but we're going to be focusing on the other two first. Hopefully we'll get to dreams to see how, dreams is just overlaying. So, if I don't get the dreams, you might want to check out the video from yesterday because I did discuss dreams for a second. But it's very interesting on how we have the solar plex, then we have the heart chakra, and then we got the third eye chakra. The throat chakra might be just the main tool for the day since it's the one that's stuck in the middle and not here. Just to consider that, okay? So, I've been starting by reading in the book just because it's not for me to get familiar, but I like people knowing what's going on and the type of energy that comes my way. This is more of a security, safety, insurance, okay? So I really don't have to look for the cards, but I'm starting with a solar plex chakra, and I'm just going to read trying to see which one I'm going to read, whether it's the card story or I'm going to read the card message, alright? Our gut instincts are our soul's way of communicating and guiding us on the life path. While our minds produce thoughts and rational interpretation of our experience, our instincts connect to more sensitive, intuitive wisdom that often communicates through physical sensations in our bodies. This quiet nudge is our inner knowing, our connection with the universe. It is always there. We stop to sense it. Do we follow its wisdom? This card is the call to trust your inner feelings of your own gut instincts. The part of you that may not always seem logical or rational but nudges you with whispered guidance of what is right and true. Bringing awareness to your feelings and physical sensation. Notice what happens when you act on your feelings and when you go against them. It is time to value the knowing wisdom of your gut instincts more in your daily life. To pause for a moment before making purely mental decisions and check in with the quiet inner knowing of your body. The more you tune in to this aspect of being, the more clearly it will speak to you and the more powerful you will know how to respond. Practice this in simple ways. As you travel through your day, allow yourself to follow your instincts as you journey. Turn left when you feel to, even if you normally go right. Go for a walk when the path calls, even if you think you don't have time to do so. You may not know at the time why, but learning to trust your inner promoting, you will notice that life begins to flow most smoothly and you will naturally find yourself in the right place at the right time doing the right thing a lot more often. Trust your intuition and have the guts to act on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to the next one and just get them both out. And then I'll talk to my spirit guides and see what's up. Okay? So we got number 26, connection. I'm going to read the card story for this one. You are a vital strand in a great web of life. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are essential to the whole. Connect. Like the interwoven blades of an infinity field of grass, like the braided roots of the ancient sacred trees, like the spiral union of your own DNA and the linking waves of an everlasting sea. We are each connected to each other to the greater web of life. In the big scheme of things, we seem tiny and weightless, but our unique place in this universe chain is called for and essential. We are living bridges of connection. So, it feels like today, maybe, the day feel like in our chakras. And, some of us might go against the grain because we're not really connected. We're connected through social media aspects, right? I feel like now. There's a lot of families going through a lot of things all through. So families just make up the whole world. Because without the family, without the nuclear family setting, whether it's a mother or father existing, if there's kids in the world, there's a parent. So there's a family setting that goes around like the tree. As I'm tuning into this energy, I feel like today is a good day to sit back and reflect on how do we contribute. How do we actually, when we doing our daily job, is it more amusing to make it seem like people are what they are? Is it more better to condition people to make choices, to choose a religion, to choose a path, to put a force? Is it more amusing to put fear in people that the world is ending? Do you even have control over that aspect? When you feel the universe moving, do you have a different way? And this might be why the throat chakra is missing. Because maybe it's all about we already been using our throat chakra so much. And we contributing in the way that we are contributing. What are our demands? Where have our family values and friendship values really been changed to? And why did we change it? Why was it influenced? What is the bigger picture in it? What do survival mean to humans compared to humans want to say that the world is in it? If the world is ending, then y'all humans going to end. It don't matter who want to stay here, who's afraid of the die, who's afraid to die. If the earth is ending, everything is going to be gone. And then we got dreams that's here. Where you dreaming to go to? Out of all the information that you know about any and every planet, are you dreaming of yourself still being human? Are you actually using an alchemy to transition yourself to look different? Not being on earth and want to go to a plastic surgeon. Not using clothes or makeup, wigs, chemicals to reconfigure yourself here. No, what's the bigger picture? Where's the bigger picture going to if the world is in it, if this earth is in it? What are you transforming into? What was you already originally is? These are the questions that I feel is before us at this point in time on this day when discussing these matters here. Excuse me for 1 minute. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. You know, I even could relate to the gut instincts. Reason why is because, you know, making those type of steps against what people are used to doing. Like, I mean, I just being myself. It takes a lot. And, you know, regardless of the fact I have a connection with the earth, regardless whether I have a connection with every human. You know, the card is just, a human wrote it just like I'm a human. Our intuitive aspect, you know, when they was creating these cards here, okay, it was a team effort. It's more than one person. And when I don't know how it was, it looked like they collaborated together. I wish I could get validation. But it seemed like some cards, the artist drew, and then the writer, the scriber, went into the flow. So what I'm saying, and that, you know, with them collaborating, both of them manifest this energy. And it's not the fact that their throat chakra was not working the whole time. It was just nothing that needed to be focused on was their throat. And I'm not saying because the throat chakra didn't come up here for us that we don't need to be focused on it. No, I'm not. I don't even know what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh, another solar plex chakra. I was just wanted to see. And then the root chakra. So the throat ain't nowhere here. And sometimes when it comes to working on chakra meditations, sometimes one don't get weak until you change the other two. Meaning that maybe the weakest link is the solar plex and the heart chakra. And yeah, when you start working on it, then your throat chakra going to get a little weak. Because it's going up towards it. Saying words, writing down words. Try to feel good inside that you expressing yourself the proper way, the right way. Try to learn. Trying to fit in. No matter what age we are, we find something that we need to fit in with. For example, I was watching the news today. I know the lady's supposed to be on Instagram. She's a 73-year-old who started working out. I know that she's supposed to have an Instagram page. I forgot what they said her name was. But she was fitting in. She was fitting in with her own childhood dream. You know, the world changed good enough for her where she's at a point of age where love is for herself. And that's fitting in. Because she had to take that courage to go out there and start working out the way that she was to accomplish those goals. And she still was fitting in a world that during the time she was growing up that had so much resistance. But before she leave here, she took advantage of the door when it opened. She used her gut instincts and her connection with the world and her dreams to be there. It was kind of inspirational. It made me think about some of the people that's close to my family, right? As they get old, they just like lazy and bitter. It's like almost like their internal energy is, I'm getting brittle anyway. So their external aspect is lazy and bitter, which make brittle. Because brittle can't do too much. And people don't like brittle. And that's a bitter taste. I say, wow, it's so amazing. But yeah, for people in my family, yeah, I want them to be like that 73-year-old lady. Everything you saying is true, but, and I guess I want them to be that way because I'm out of the box in a spiritual form and they practice religion. And it's nothing in their religion that haven't denied them that this process was going to happen. So sometimes it just makes my heart kind of cry a little bit. Because I wonder, why do you want to come back to learn this lesson? But because of my spiritual beliefs, my family's so bougie, I'm an embarrassment. My family's stuck in the past. And then it's kind of crazy because being on my separate life journey is almost like I know why that's my family. Because to do what I'm doing right now, they got me already prepared to be alone, to be different, to stand out, to be to be envied, to be admired, to be a target. They gave me my gut instincts when I didn't even realize it. They gave me my gut instincts through my dreams and through the connection that was beyond my understanding. And even though I'm catching up with the understanding, just like I say, I wonder, whether they just want to come back and learn that lesson, or is they going to come back and learn that lesson? And that's still beyond my understanding. So it's not even like the knowing is not motivation. Knowing is motivation to live and die. And it's so crazy. The things that we trying to figure out in the present of how to make our skin last longer for a future, but yet in the knowing of that, it's only face value. What is the knowing to it when we decay and we become back to earth source energy? What about those memories that get stained on us for trying so hard? What does it do to the next costume that you put on when you come back to or go wherever you go to? For example, Mars is supposed to be hot. So if you Botox, then make yourself live a little bit longer, or live to feel happier with the way you look on the outside. What happened to, what type of costume do you put on when you go to those planets? Is what we doing on this planet right here going to really honestly fit for that planet? No matter what? Is it really? I wonder that. Since we nothing but gas anyway. But let me get into the messages for today. Alright? And see what really comes up out of here for today. Let's see what it has. Okay? I feel the fall season coming in. Because I'm a fall baby. I love the fall though. I really do. My body loves the fall. For real. It fits my body. It gives me, like it say, a physiological reaction to understand what pleasure is for you. To send your senses off to either maintain that feeling or how did this feeling actually spreads out in a connection to many things that we embark on in this journey while we travel to discover. I think that's the most thing beautiful about education. It's just a reciprocal energy of self-discovery. It's funny how even, like, I was watching on the news too about all this talk about homeschooling. Down in my state, they wouldn't allow me to homeschool my kids. They told me I had to go to school get a degree in order to homeschool my kids. It's funny how certain states allow things. It's funny how we don't even really think about how these different states function and understand that when we on social media, if one state don't allow people to homeschool, another state allow people to homeschool, then you got online school. How many different types of thought patterns really getting created now? And it seems like everybody be like, it's the new thing to do, the world is changing. I think the only thing I can agree with is the fact the world is changing, but it's nothing new. When we first got here, there wasn't no buildings, was it? Oh yeah, this lifetime. But if we still in this lifetime and history say it won't no buildings, why they in pyramids and all this stuff? Why do we even imagine it's still using tents to go camping with? Like, why is that material? Why is that architecture design is still around? If buildings was here when we got here. I usually have these conversations with my spirit guides one-on-one. It's just some of the questions that we sit back and talk about. You know, when I go through my day and wake up and try to process everything that's going on. Because I be sensitive, you know. I be like, what? New? Y'all funny. But, you know, it is funny to me, though. It's neat. It's neat. And that's what I mean about the throat chakra. If it weren't for those throat chakra moments right there, what would this journey be? It's a lot of pain in the world, a lot of happiness. You have to find your heart center. You have to find a way to get there on your own. So, spirit guides, you know, I've been talking about the energy anyway. You know, I've been talking about the energy. I didn't really talk about it, you know. The elementals had me talk about it from me. I like when they allow me to talk about it from me. And you know why I like more talking about it from me when these moments come? Because I get to know the difference between living and dying. I know the difference between those two. For me. It's people that walk the same path I done walk. But these are my shoes. My journey been my journey. And I'm saying that on a possessive aspect. I'm saying that as a defensive aspect. I ain't telling you to walk in my yard. A lot of people talk across the fence. And I like when they come out. I like knowing, I like it also because it let me know my weakness. And it's not a weakness that I'm ashamed of. Matter of fact, it's the weakness that all of us have. But to feel it, to feel it, that's a whole different level. And that's where that gut instincts come from too. It's a whole different level. You only can survive off of gut instincts. For real. And you know, it's more or less I'm saying it as a parable. Not a metaphor, but a parable. Your gut instincts talk to whoever the way it talk to whoever. How it talk to me, how it talk to me. But one thing I can tell you, intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. I love those words. That's one thing that had me love doing this business, no matter, and what gives me the strength to always keep going. Because no matter how much the ones that think they making me feel alone, it's people like this who I never met neither, who let me know you're not. And you are. I don't know how they living. I ain't never met them. So we lone strangers. See, I'm just taking on the root of it. Lone. Kind of funny how the next card, if I would just flip them straight in the book, was a root and home. Lone and home. Once you realize the root to the spiritual connection, everything else is nothing. It's nothing but karma. It's nothing but the story. It's nothing but knowledge and wisdom. And that maybe nothing might offend people. Because it don't come something until you take it on. It don't come something until you put the alchemy with it. That's all to it. You got a lot of cards right there. Can we just start off with 4? And I'm going ahead and end this. I ain't going to stay up here and talk to y'all. I'm having a good day. I love this feeling that I got. I just want to continue on giving, just for real. Just to show that I'm not alone. That's the only reason I want 4 cards. That's the only reason. Because for real. The message has already been said. Even though, the message already been said. Matter of fact, they just told me to get the other deck out. So, and this is how we're going to end it. That's how it's going to be. I'm gonna get my Chakra Mandre cards. I call these the Chakra Mandre because they all have those colors up in this deck. So we'll go ahead and end this out and allow them to get advice with this energy for today. This morning I already posted on Instagram these cards that I'm shuffling right now. I posted some of them on Instagram. It's kind of ironic because I did all the mandres this morning before I even came up here to do it. And I feel like all of them that activated. It's sweet. But, you know, thank you, elementals. So what is your advice for this video right here that you want me to have to go for the daily advice? What is the daily advice message for the energy today? Is that the only one for today? No? Okay. Let's go ahead and read that one first. Okay. Well, I took both of the sides of the coin, okay? This is one. This is the hand technique. You know, I did both of them. You know, sometimes the card goes a different way. So let's see. Place your hands high on your breastbone. The old sages have it that this is the hidden home of the soul. We often don't know how things are going to develop, but suddenly we just know that it's going to be all right. We just know it. That is very wonderful. That is a very wonderful thing. Picture yourself in your mind's eye on a mountain height. You have a guide who leads you safely to your destination, a viewpoint which offers a fantastic panorama where you are closer to the sky. Choose an object, a stone for instance, and place it within an easy reach in front of you. Whenever you touch it, speak these words. I know that it will turn out for the good. The seal of an unshakable confidence. That is so fitting for this moment. Confidence and faith. That is so fitting for this moment. That is so beautiful, elementals. And I think, you know what I'm saying, is like part of it when I be thinking about my family and stuff, and when I was talking about it and all of that, and that's that confidence and faith. That's just being able to let them be who they are meant to be. That's all it is. You got to keep going. Melancholy. Oh wow, you're going to give that at this point in time too. This mantra is called the Thassa mantra. It helps to deal with the despondence, the melancholy, and depression. Take a deep breath of fresh air, drink a lot of water, stretch your arms wide and high, clap your hands, and only then form the mantra. Sadhava is the cosmic power beyond the sun. In other words, it is the inexpressible reality which inspires, carries, and guides the universe and everything in it. It is a dawn. Slowly the sun rises above the horizon, spreading light and more light until the new day is fully born. You too can make a fresh start. His brilliance illuminates my spirit, warms my heart, and shows me the way to his heavenly home of joy. Oh, that is just so beautiful. That is just so beautiful. And I think the last one is about to come out now. I hope everybody enjoyed this session for what it's worth. I don't know if one flipped over. I was just trying to peep and see. Okay. Well, this is going to be the last one. I hope y'all enjoyed this for the day. You know what I'm saying? It feels good going this way. For real. Because, reading the energy and keeping myself personally out of it, just giving the elementals, it's just two different feelings. It's just this time I put myself in it. They help me everything is going to be alright. I was born by the river. I know that's right. Hey! Oh! This is called flexibility. If not this way, then that way. Waves mantra. The mantra bolsters the lymph system and circulation, the lower back, and the genital organs, and it has a calming and relaxing effect. In coping with the ups and downs of life, it is often helpful to take an example from Mother Nature. A stalk of grass bends in a storm, adjusts to the force of the wind, and when the blow is past, it can straighten up again. It surely does. It surely does. When we try different possibilities and enjoy our flexibility, I know that it sounds oversimplified, but we won't let ourselves be put down. Picture yourself in a splendid ball, clothed in a sumptuous dress, dancing lively, the music in different rhythms. Okay, maybe some of y'all guys that come and watch it, of course, think different. Okay, I ain't got time for xenophobia. All right, this just been too beautiful. The person just didn't mean no harm. They just might have felt like at the time that they was making the decks, like many people feel right now in this current age. Women practice this more than men. So don't be offensive. Be real. Be real. Okay, men? Be really real with yourself. And as some of y'all selves, what do y'all think about a man who does do it? There's always got to be a certain way he got to do it, right? Just like a woman. It don't make a difference of their sex. It make a difference of what they doing or whether you approve it. But sometimes we like to say that we got to use the sex because that's the noun in the situation to describe the energy that we feeling. We got to describe that conscious attitude, our perception. So I understand what words is for. I dance the dance of life with elation, swaying with the rhythms and sounds of the heavens. That's all I'm trying to say, and I was too, for all of y'all that might be sensitive. Okay? Don't ruin my moment. Just know that if you don't like these words, don't go by the deck. Because I don't think the author meant no harm. That's why you got to place yourself. It's not telling you, it's just giving you an example. But when you place yourself there, it's your own personal creativity. Only people could come in that ballroom is who you create. That's it. And that's how flexibility works. Because when you snap out, you're in a different world. Flexibility. Enjoy your day. Until the next time, stay positive.